Hey, blessings and welcome to another law enforcement daily devotional. Um, Today we're in Leviticus chapters 13 and 14. And as you read this, um, you see what the regulations are. And I can tell you, this is one of those, and I mentioned this several times, that I could easily glean over and just move on to the next reading without really taking into account and thinking deeply about what is being done here. Because when we break this down, this is really an incredible thing that we're seeing here. We know that these are the Hebrews. These are God's chosen people. He has called them a kingdom of priests. And we talked about yesterday how they're to be set apart, and the dietary laws yesterday went a long way into doing that. But these are I started to say restrictions, but these are, it speaks of medical issues of the day. And it talks about infectious skin disease and mildew, which was a problem during this time in Israelite or Hebrew culture. Um, we know they didn't have doctors or nurses. They didn't have paramedics. They didn't have medical schools to learn how to deal with these things. So God himself steps in and gives them an SOP, standard operating procedure, or a general directive. But these are from him that explain and lay out how to take care of these problems. If you think about it, this was cutting edge information. No other nation had this, because no other nation had the relationship that the Hebrews did with God. So God gives them this cutting edge technology, if you will, on how to determine whether or not you had an infectious skin disease and how to take care of it. It wasn't God just saying, I'm going to cure that one, I'll cure that one, I'll cure this one. No, he left it up to them to inspect and determine if someone had the infectious skin disease, and then gave them the procedures on how to take care of it. So God kind of lays this out for us, or for the Hebrews at that time, and it's really neat that he does this. And it's just confirmation on the fact that they were special, a very special people. And I always equate God's people of Old Testament with God's people of today, and I think law enforcement, for the most part, are chosen by God. Now, I'm not saying that just because you're a cop, you're going to heaven. No, you've got to accept Jesus Christ. But I think there's a very special relationship between law enforcement and God. So anyway, these people were special to God. I think we're special to God. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, understand he loved them and he took care of them. He loves us and he takes care of us. And it was just a really good informational takeaway from today. Tomorrow we're going to be in Leviticus again, chapters 15 and 17. So I hope you read ahead, come back here, and just kind of see what God speaks to you, and let's compare notes. And until then, be safe.